people. What? Oh, somebody. Oh, he needs some milk.
YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit you with another video. Now, I've been getting a lot of requests lately for videos of people who want to talk about toxic relationships, toxic people in your life, and just negative people altogether, and knowing when to let somebody go. Now, I have did some videos about these subjects a few months ago, well, some months ago, because I've been doing it for a long time. But at the same time, they're also in a catalog that I call my archives of my video list if you want to go check them out. But anyway, so I was thinking, so what could I say to some of the people today that might need to hear a word or might just need a helping hand or just a little nudge to get away from these negative people? Sometimes we have to be forcefully separated from these toxic people, whether it's a relationship, girlfriend or boyfriend, husband or wife, and just need time to get away from people who do not mean us any good. And I'm sure I'm talking to somebody, because I have also been a victim and also played the fool for as trying to be friends with somebody who I know wasn't a friend to me. And when you find yourself compromising who you are and also going against your morals and your beliefs just to be friends with somebody and to appease somebody. Now tell me this, why does it always seem like whenever you get into a bind or whenever you need somebody to help you out, your friends go AWOL, like they're nowhere around, absent without leave? You know what I'm saying? They just leave you alone. And you be stuck in the middle of nowhere wondering where your friends at, and your friends and your loved ones, husband, wives, family members, or whatever, I'm counting everybody, you know, and they leave you at your most vulnerable when you're at your lowest. And isn't it strange also? Now, I know I'm not just talking to myself. I know I'm talking to quite a few people, but isn't it strange also that these same friends and family members will come back around once you get back on your feet? And I'm sure I'm talking to a lot of people now, because that's what happened to me in my life at one point, more than one time. But as the old saying goes, as you get older, you should get wiser. But in today's society and the way things are in this world, it seems like the older that people get, the more crazy they get, the more loose they get, you know. And I'm not talking about sexually. No, I'm not talking about sexual. I'm talking about just get beside themselves. Whereas, you know, we was taught a certain way. You know how we was raised a certain way. Some of us weren't taught shit. I understand that. That's cool. But for those who was taught a little something, how to treat somebody and how to do unto others as you would have them to do unto you, you know, just basically treat people right. If you can't treat somebody right, separate from them. But you will have people still in your face, knowing they don't mean you no good, knowing they do not like you, and just in your business to see what you got and to see what you're doing, so they can go back and run and tell their other friends. And also, whenever somebody stop talking to you, guess what they start doing? Start talking about you to somebody else. Let me repeat myself for those who did not quite hear that. When your so-called friends and your loved ones, no matter who they are in your life, because I done seen mamas talk about daughters, I done seen fathers talk about sons, I done seen grandmothers talk about grandfathers. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? You're all human, regardless of the title that you may share. But at the same time, I didn't hear people talk about people, but then turn around when that person get on their feet, they hurry up and come back to them with their hands open like, I would just wait for you to call. Why ain't you call me? Or why ain't you said nothing? And you be like, well, I haven't talked to you in years. So if you find yourself all of a sudden you at a better place in your life and these same people left you when you was at your lowest, I have been a victim of that also. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. When you be at your lowest, when your rent's due, when your car notes due, when your dog tripping, when your job tripping, and you about to lose it all and you feel like you about to go crazy. But I tell you one thing that you must do, you must hold on, and you must stay strong and separate yourselves from these toxic, negative people, because they will not stop until you have depleted all your resources. They will not stop till you do not have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. Yes, a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. You will be homeless somewhere, and guess what they still gonna do? They still will hate on you. So do what you should have been doing from the whole time. And once I made my mind up to do that, my whole life changed. You know what I'm saying? That was like one of the greatest things I could have done for myself. See, it's one thing to help somebody, but it's another thing to help yourself. That way, once you get to where you need to be, you can help more and more people. But if you barely barely standing, how can you help somebody else to stand? You know, how can you help somebody else to stand when you barely stand? Just say if you walk with a crutch and you meet another person who's crippled or got some kind of handicap situation going on, and you give them your crutch knowing that you can barely stand as it is. You know, and a lot of us find ourselves like that in this day and time, or some of us have such a good heart till we give people our last, and then once they take it and misuse us and they hurt us even more. It's not the point of giving somebody your heart, your time, and your love, your affection, you know what I'm saying, and just basically want to see them prosper and do well in life. But it's another thing for you to do all that for them, to sacrifice everything, to go against your family, to go against your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever, husband, wife, your children, just to be friends or just to help this person. And somebody always telling you, well, look, this person is bad. This person messed over the last person. This she did her co-worker dirty. She borrowed money from a co-worker, never paid her back. Or he went over there and got a loan from his cousin, $200, and he know his cousin struggling as it is, but he has a little extra money and he gave it to him and he never paid him back. Stuff like that. So, you know, when you find yourself dealing with these type of people who only want something from you, those are red flags right there. And like I tell you all, there's always signs. There's always warning before destructions, you know. And one thing I do like is the fact that we can get on here and we can talk about all kinds of things. We can talk about R. Kelly with the girlfriend in the mall. We could talk about Donald Trump with the Kanye West situation going. We could talk about all this other stuff, but yet it still see we too busy and we too far gone looking out the window. And what I mean by the window, just, you know, out these two eyes that we call our windows, you know, windows to the world. Whereas we see everybody else moving and going a certain direction in life, but yet it's still like Cat Williams said, we forget about the star player. We forget about who's number one, who's more important. And see, and that's why a lot of people today in so far, for being like that for a long time, since who can remember? Whereas you have people too busy worried about what other people doing and looking on the outside instead of looking within. And then you find yourself eventually like the same people that you used to hate and talk about. Whereas, look at him. He think he all that. He got a nice house. He got a nice car. How did he get that? Do he sell drugs? What do he do? What do he do? Do he pimp women or whatnot? And, you know, and slowly but surely, you find yourself becoming that same bitter person who has something negative to say about everybody. And also watch that too, people. When you're around somebody and they always have something negative to say about somebody else, because trust me, it sure as shit stinking. It does. And if it don't, like I tell you in these other videos, you need to go get yourself checked because it's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's a different story. But if you have somebody that you hang with, you know what I'm saying? Birds of a feather flock together anyway. But if you have somebody that you hang with and they constantly negative, they constantly downing somebody else, I don't care who it is, people in the street, family members or whatnot, you would never, and people that know me know this about me, and that's one thing I love about myself is that I never speak ill of nobody if you have not did nothing wrong to me. If you did something wrong to me, I'm gonna drag you all out through the mud, you know what I'm saying? Because as men, you know, we supposed to have an understanding. Now, women, you whatever you want to do, and even that goes too far sometimes with all the backbiting. But trust me, if you hang around somebody that's always negative, always complaining about every little thing, and they never do the main thing that they're supposed to do is work and try to make the situation better. And number one, if you complaining about your resources, I ain't got enough money, my bills always do. Well, something is not adding up in your life. Well, I'm working 2 and 3 jobs, Trey. Well, let me tell you something. Hard work doesn't pay off. No, let me tell you something. Let me educate you. Yes, it does pay off to a certain extent, but the main thing that pays off the most is planning. Planning. That's why they have an old saying, if you don't plan, then you plan to fail. You have to have a good plan because you go work 4, 5 jobs and still cannot make as much as this one person working at one job. And that one person working at one job might not do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you up here breaking your back and you wondering why you can't get ahead because, you know, different strokes for different folks. Also, but at the same time, you know, everybody's not destined for the same thing. But trust me, if you could focus more on yourself and then better yourself, you wouldn't have time for these negative people. And see, that's the whole point I'm getting at with this video, is that once you change your ways and change who you are, you will let go of these people because you will find yourself a changed person. You will find yourself when they get to saying things, it'll irritate you because you're a changed person. And see, people have this misconception of change. They don't really know what change means. Change do not mean like these so-called, some of these Christians. I'm not banning, I'm not dogging Christians. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, banish them or anything, talk down on them. I'm just telling the truth. Whereas you have some people who really go to church to help people. Then you have other people who go there just to keep up mess. You feel me? So everybody's not going for the same reason. But at the same time, if you found yourself around family members, friends, co-workers, and you constantly associate with these people, I'm not telling you don't talk to them. You can be cordial, you can speak or whatnot, but at the same time, once you're a changed person, change means change. Like if you going left, change direction means what? Not keep going left, go right. If you're going north and you have to change, what it mean? Don't keep going north. You got to go south. It means to turn around. You see what I'm saying? Turn from your ways, whatever they might be. Now, I'm not trying to preach to y'all. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, pull your coattail like the old folks say. And at the same time, we all need to be reminded sometimes, you know, of what it is. You know, sometimes these stories that I do, you know, it gets to me sometimes. A lot of people like, man, how can you sit up here day in, day out? You know what I'm saying? You talk about these stories. And the reason why I do it, because number one, I would want somebody to speak for me if something happened to me. And you should want the same also, that a guy you never met somewhere in this world will take out the time to do research, study a story, and speak passionately about you and why did this happen to you, and also bring other people in it so we can have a discussion about it. So maybe we can save somebody else's life. So maybe there were signs in this situation where this person did not take heed to, did not notice, and we can bring that to the forefront and share it with each other. So when you cross these same roads, you'll be prepared for them. You would know what to do. You would know, well, okay, when this person get to tripping like this, I need to go left instead of going right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to let people go, you know, and trust me, you live long enough, those same people, you're going to pass them up in life, but you got to stay focused. You got to separate yourselves from them. You know, they want to go out and party all the time. You might have business. You might have a brand you're building. You might have a good job. You might have your life right in the palm of your hands where you can go to the next level and really be a success. Now, I know everybody's not here to be successful. And I know everybody don't have the same train of thought, but I'm talking to those of you all who does, you know what I'm saying, like-minded people, if you will. So what I tell you today is this right here. Leave negative people alone. When people get to try to drain too much of your time and your attention, you have to cut them off, you know. And I'm not saying that to sound slick or bad or whatever else. I have to do that because sometimes I go full force in and I have to step back, you know, and that's how I bring balance into my life, because people will drive your ass crazy just to appease them and their wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will call you all day long with mess, but the moment you need somebody to call on, or like that song say, lean on, they're nowhere around. So what you do is let these negative people go. Your own family, 9 times out of 10, gonna be the worst ones, because once you get something in life, they think that it belongs to them. But when they had their little thing going on, they did not know you, did not speak to you, didn't give a damn about you. You feel me? I go through it. A lot of you all also go through it. But one thing you remember is this right here. Remember, it's all about you. It's all about what do you want out of life. It's all about bettering you so you could be that person that can speak to others, so you could be that person that can help others. Because, you know, sometimes we do need somebody else to lean on. I may be stronger than you, or you may be stronger than me in certain areas. We can feed off each other. But if you constantly feeding somebody and they not giving you anything back, or not bringing anything to put on the plate, if they just constantly taking, like, give me, you need to cut that person off, or seriously evaluate your situation with them, your relationship, because you're not going nowhere with that person. You know, that's why I'm glad. And one thing I do not do is argue with guys, women, or whatever. I do not do that. I didn't even do that when I was young, because if you have a problem with me, and my main thing is to avoid you. You see what I'm saying? Before violence. I do not like violence, you know. But at the same time, if it comes to that, I'm prepared for it. But I would rather leave a person alone than try to hurt that person. But you got some people out here who's so doggish, who's so damn evil and misguided, and don't have any light in them, that they would want you to just suffer, period, without even doing them wrong. You see them in the stores all the time. You see them all on the World Stars, the YouTube, or whatever the hell else. So one thing I take pride on is being balanced. You know, you cannot never go too far on this side, too far on that side, because anything that ain't properly built is not going to stand, like I said before. So what you should do is build up yourself on the inside, you know, and stay away from these negative, toxic relationships, these people who do not have any light in them, who don't have any morality, unless you're a messy type person yourself. And I hope you're not. And if you are, what are you doing on this channel? Because this channel is not about that. It's not one of those channels we just gonna bash people, talk about people, what they got, or who they scamming. I could give a damn less. You feel me? Because it's way more bigger fish to fry than just focusing on the little things. You know, my main thing, and I tell people this, and I'm finna cut this video short, is this right here. Number one, take care of yourself. If you notice, every video is about a situation dealing with a couple or dealing with children or dealing with some kind of family-oriented situation, things that we go through every day in life. You know, not everybody's going to get a Bugatti. Everybody's not going to get a Rolls Royce. So I'm not going to do no videos about no damn Bugattis and Rolls Royce. No, my thing is to reach the people, at the same time make them laugh, make them think, but at the same time just have an open discussion, a dialogue where it's no me feeling like I'm better than anybody, because hell, I'm just a man just like you is. You know what I'm saying? I use the bathroom like you all. I bleed like you all. We're not special than one another. But you have people in this world who would think, and will make you think, if you're weak enough to think it, that they are better than you and that you need them. You feel me? A lot of them call preachers. You know, I'm not down in all preachers, but at the same time, you have people in this world who need people under their foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just want to keep their foot on your neck, and what you do is maneuver yourself off from under that grasp of their foot and do better. Get up, dust yourself off, and keep going ahead, because trust me, negative people want to see you fall, but the way you kill negative people and all the haters, you kill them with success. You don't kill them throwing the hands on them Fifth Ward beads on them. You don't kill them cussing them out over the phone. No, you kill them by doing better, by balling on them. That's what you do. You ball on them. You feel me? So what can you say then? You feel me? And also, if you had a relationship with a man or a woman, and they're like, well, you ain't gonna be shit without me, or you ain't gonna be this without me, girl. You need me. I do this, but you go off and you do better without them, or you go find somebody better than them. That is the ultimate revenge. That's how you play this game of life. You don't do it by being violent, because they got a place for you, and it's called a jail cell, prison, or a death row, or a graveyard. You feel me? So you kill people with success. You kill them by staying persistent, staying focused. Every day, all day long. You wake up with a purpose, and you go to sleep with a purpose that's been fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? That you done made this day count for something. You should make every day of your life count for something. And eventually, slowly but surely, the haters will fade away, and you would not have that problem anymore. Because guess what? It don't matter if you're young or old. If you let demons and bad people come into your life, they're going to come into your life. So what I advise you to do is, while you're able to listen to this video, change your surroundings, change your ways, change the people that you don't associate with. But anyway, I just want to hit you all with that. Stay away from toxic, negative people, and watch out for people to avoid. You know, and it can be the people closest to us that do us the most harm. But let me know what you all think about this video. You know, it's a good hot day outside. You know, been working all week. Jose damn near killed me on that lawnmower. You know, you can go to my Twitter page and watch that. He was mad as hell. But anyway, that's not my fault. Like I say, I blame my family and my subscribers for y'all, for Jose being mad. I don't know if somebody went back and told Jose something, or know his wife, but somebody snitched your boy out. But anyway, let me know what you all think about this video. And if you have any stories that you would like to share about your experience dealing with negative boyfriend, girlfriends, whatever else, and also how you overcame that. Don't just put the story down. Put the end results down, how you overcame that. What challenge you faced it, what challenge you faced, and also what you did to overcome that challenge and be successful, be a winner. Because it's all about being a champion. Because guess what? And I'm finna go. If you're not going to be a champion in this life, you're going to be a loser. Tough titty. Anyway, y'all stay blessed. Have a great day. See y'all tomorrow. I'm out.